In this lecture, we're going to set up our WordPress hacking lab. To do this, we're going to download a hacking OVF file or an image file for VirtualBox. We're going to import it into VirtualBox. We're going to put it on our host-only network that our Kali VM is running on, and we're going to make sure we have connection between the WordPress host and our Kali Linux VM. We'll also make sure that we can access a website from our host computer. So the first thing we need to do is open our preferred web browser. And then we need to go to https www.itflea.com/hacking/resources. Okay, we can scroll down and we need to get down to the WordPress Hacking Lab section. And we want to download this Ubuntu server WordPress LAMP 32-bit. So I'm going to go ahead and start this download and we'll wait for it to complete. Okay, so now the download is complete. So now what I need to do is import it to our VirtualBox manager. So I'm going to open VirtualBox. I'm going to hit File, Import Appliance, and I'm just going to browse over to this folder. And I'm going to open the WordPress 32bit.ova file. I'll click Open, Next. And if you want, you can change the RAM. I'm just going to leave all these settings default, and I'm going to click Import. Okay, so now the VM has been imported, and I can see it here. So now what we need to do is put it on the same network as our Kali VM. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to double check my Kali VM and see what its network settings are. So I'll click on Network. I have it on the host-only adapter, and it's under host-only Ethernet adapter number 4. So I'll click Cancel. And I'm going to put this WordPress 32-bit VM on the host-only adapter network 4. Scroll down to Network. Enable Network Adapter 1. And I'll change the attached to host-only adapter. And then I'm going to select the same host-only Ethernet adapter that my Kali Linux VM is using, which is number 4. I'll click OK. And just so we can check out the settings of this network, I'm going to go to Preferences, hit File, Preferences in the top left. I'm going to go to Network, Host-Only Networks. And I'm just going to check over these settings for Ethernet Adapter 4. So I'm under a 192.168.10.1 address. And let's see, I have a DHCP server enabled, and the range is .10 through .254. So I'll click OK. Hit OK. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to power on this VM. So I'm just going to hit Start. And now the VM is powering on. So what we need to do is make sure that we can access the website that's on this VM and we have full connectivity on the network. Okay, so now it's time to log into the VM. And to log in, we simply need to type in the username as Udemy and the password as Udemy. And now I'm going to type in ifconfig so I can see what IP address this VM has been given. And we can see here for the iNet adapter under ENP0S3, we can see the IP address is 192.168.10.10. So now what I'm going to do is go back to Internet Explorer, and I'm going to open http://192.168.10.10. I'll press Enter. And we're taken to the website. So now we have the website online. So the last thing we want to do is go to our Kali Linux VM and make sure we can ping this VM. So I'm going to go back to VirtualBox, and I'm going to power on my Kali VM. And we've already verified that they're on the same VirtualBox host-only network, so all we need to do now is make sure that the connectivity between the two VMs is working. Okay, so I'm just going to log in here as root. And I'm just going to check this machine's network settings again. I'm just going to hit Machine Settings, Network. Okay, so Adapter 1 is the one I want to use. So that's attached to Adapter 4, which is what my web server is using. So I'll click up here and we can see that Ethernet 0, which is network adapter 1, which is using the host only network number 4 that our WordPress site is using, it is connected. So we're connected to the right host only network. Now we just need to make sure we have connectivity. So I'm going to open the terminal here on the left and I'm going to type in ifconfig, see what kind of IP address we're getting. Now again, we need to scroll up to Ethernet 0 and we can see here 192.168.10.11. Now that's good. It means we don't have a conflict with the WordPress server. So what we need to do is try and ping the WordPress IP address, which is 192.168.10.10, and we'll see if we get a reply. Okay, so we can see that we're getting a reply. So we've set up this WordPress hacking lab. Now we're ready to get started hacking this WordPress server. So good job getting this done. I will see you in the next lecture.